your goal, to help you achieve your required certificate or program that you intend to do. So sit tight, and I'm going to be running this 15 scholarship programs right away. So first of all, I want you to know that this scholarship is for international students. So if you want to run a program outside your base country, then this class, this video is for you. Remember that there's time limit. Actually, I didn't intend to run this video now, but I'm doing it because there is time limit to each of the scholarships. Some of them is going to be ending early January, February, and March. So I need to give you this time limit early enough so that you can apply, you can start getting things together to make sure that your application gets to the board early. Once you're an international student, you want to study abroad, you want to study outside your own country, and then you want scholarship, then this class is for you. Now listen, remember that these scholarships, the applications are time-based. So you got to listen to the end to make sure you don't miss out on any of the countries or any of the scholarships that you would want to apply for. And I want to encourage you, you could as well download this particular class so that you can listen to it over and over again to pick out the particular scholarship that would benefit you the most. So we'll proceed. So, just before I continue, have you subscribed? Have you liked our page? You need to subscribe now so that it's going to help us, it's going to encourage us to get more and more videos and information that you need to develop yourself and to become the best of who you ought to be. So subscribe, like, and comment on the comment section. You can ask your questions. We'll be glad to take your questions and assist you through and guide you through this application. So for the first one we're going to take is the French government Eiffel scholarships. Now this scholarships requires you to do your submission, your application to any of the French universities. Now, once you've done that, if you are selected, your application will be sent to Campus France for the final selection, because Campus France gathers and centralizes all the applications, all the scholarship applications in France, especially for international students. And once your name is shortlisted this time around, you get the scholarship. So the deadline for this scholarship application is January 7th, 2022. So if you're interested in getting the scholarship for 2022, you need to apply on or before 7th January 2022, and it is fully funded. I said, make sure you listen to the end. You see, all the scholarships, they have their time lapse. So once you skip it and the time lapse is there, you can't do anything again. So make sure you pick them one after another. Or better still, why not download this particular video or share with your friends or share on any platform so that none of your friends misses out on the deadline. Now the second one is the Holland Scholarship. Now this Dutch government scholarship is intended for international students outside Europe. So for you to apply for this Dutch scholarship, you have to be outside Europe. You have to be resident outside Europe to apply. And then the deadline for this is 1st February. In fact, it's going to run from 1st February 2022 to May 1st, 2022. Now, although this is the deadline, but it's dependent on the university. So the universities in Dutch, the scholarship time lapse varies from one time to another, but make sure that you don't skip this bracket of 1st February. Some of them would elapse by 1st February, whereas others will be elapsing by 1st May 2022. So for this scholarship, you're going to be given between 5,000 euros to 15,000 euros. That's big money. That's going to help you run your program and do a lot of things in the base country, which is Holland. Now, The next one is Italian government scholarship. Now, for this Italian government scholarship, it's aimed at helping students develop their academic, their technical and professional skills. Now, this is for those that want to run their master's and PhD programs. You could get a full scholarship or full funding. You could also get a partial funding. So once you've applied for this Italian government scholarship, the program you are applying for could determine whether you will get full scholarship or you will get partial funding. Now, the fourth one is the Belgium government scholarship. Now, for the requirement, applicants are not to seek prior admission before applying for this scholarship. That means you don't need to get admission into any school in Belgium before applying for this scholarship. I mean, don't apply earlier before applying for the scholarship. Don't apply in any of the universities in Belgium before applying for the scholarship. And also, do not apply to one of the French-speaking universities in Belgium. To be able to apply for this scholarship, do not apply to any of the French-speaking universities in Belgium. And once you are being selected, the government or the scholarship scheme program, they are the ones that would fix you into any of the universities that have been selected for this kind of program. So you don't need to bother about applying in any of the universities. They are the ones, once you're applying for the scholarship, that require the basic things that they need to put you or to give you admission in any of the universities would have been assessed and taken, and they will place you rightly if you get the scholarship. Now, make sure that you apply on or before January 28, 2022. That's the deadline for this particular scholarship. And then for the level, it runs from undergraduate program, master's program, training, and then it's a full scholarship. It's fully funded. So it could be the best for you. Now, the next one, the fifth one, is the Swedish government scholarship. This is funded by the Swedish Ministry for Foreign Affairs. Like I said, these scholarships are for international students, so you can access any of them. It's just for you. So it offers applicants opportunity to develop both professionally, academically, experience-wise, and then you're going to experience Swedish society, Swedish culture, and build a long-lasting relationship with Sweden and other scholarship holders. So this is very good. Sweden, it's not quite a big country in Europe, but Sweden is very, very good. They have the basic things that you need. It's a fine country to be in. So you can apply, and then the deadline for this application is 28th of February 2022. So you see, you don't have all the time again. And then the scholarship is fully funded. So you can check it out on their website, and then you get the full details. Now, the sixth one I'm going to be talking to you about is the Hungary government scholarship. Now, it is called a Stipendium Hungaricum scholarship, and the aim is to increase the number of foreign students in Hungary and to encourage Hungarian higher education institutions to attract top foreign students. Now, the deadline for the scholarship is 15th January 2022. So it's open for undergraduates, masters, doctoral. It's even there for diploma programs too. So, and then this program is fully funded. Remember, the Hungarian government is interested in attracting international students to their schools, and then to also create a kind of a link between Hungary and other nations. So once you're an international student and then you don't want to study in your base country, you can also apply for this Hungary government scholarship. So every detail you need is on the web page. Now you have the Germany DAAD scholarship. This one, it's like everyone knows about it. You can apply directly to DAAD once you have got it, but you need to get your admission first. So before you apply to DAAD for their scholarship program, be sure you have obtained the admission in whatever university you intend to study in. So you can apply directly to DAAD. You can also apply via Elsa Newman scholarship program, all of them, or you can apply through Stipendium. All of them are all linked to DAAD. So either you're applying directly to DAAD, you're applying through Stipendium, you're applying through Elsa Newman. Any of them can help you study in Germany. and that's very great. And do you even know that many of the programs in Germany, especially for postgraduate programs, you can get them tuition free? So you're going to look out for your living expenses and all the other things, contingencies around it, and that's what that scholarship is going to help you get. That's what that scholarship is going to help you pay or for. The deadline varies. I mean, it varies both for master's program, PhD program, depending on the one you're going for, whether it's for Tibet, whether it's for Elsanima, the deadline varies. So you need to check out for the deadline, and the deadline for the course and the school, the university that you are running the program with. So you need to consider this when you're applying for that. Now the next one I'm going to be talking about is the 8th scholarship, and that's the Austria's government scholarship. Now Austria government scholarship offers quite a number of scholarships, including Scholarship Foundation of the Republic of Austria for undergraduates, for PGs. There are a lot of scholarships in Austria. So, but once you go to the website or even Google it, you would get the link to the web pages, and then you get the exact scholarship that appeals to you most in Austria. And then most of those scholarships are fully funded. And then the deadline for 2022 program is 1st March. So if you're going to be applying for Austria scholarship programs, be sure to apply on or before 1st of March. In fact, it's not even on or before. Please apply before 1st of March, because if you leave it to the deadline, man, you're going to miss out. You'll not be able to get all the requirements right or all the requirements intact on that very day. So you better apply far before the date. You can apply 2 months before the end of the scholarship application, which is March 1st. Now, the 9th one. The 9th one I'm going to be talking about is the Denmark Government Scholarship. This Danish government scholarship program runs for Danish universities. Here, the government only provides funding, whereas each university runs the program by themselves. Okay, the universities run the programs, and then they furnish the government with the costs. So the government's role is to provide funding. So you're going to have a link and establish contacts with the universities in question. Now for the requirement, be sure you have already gained admission before applying for this scholarship. If not, you're not going to get it. Remember, the business is between you and the universities and not the government directly. The government liaises and works with the university while the student applies to the university. Okay, now the deadline, it's ongoing. It varies with respect to the university, since the government tries to assist all the universities to achieve the scholarship scheme. So it varies from one university to another. So you need to check this up in the web page of the university you are applying for in that country. So the program is open for undergraduate, it's open for masters and PhD, and then you can get either full funding, full scholarship program, or you can also get partial funding. And then the 10th one I'm going to be giving us, which quite a lot of people know about but some persons do not, is that of the Commonwealth Scholarship. Now this program is a UK government scholarship program for all the countries that are part of Commonwealth. Okay, now especially for developing countries, you can apply for this scholarship program. It gives you a kind of life-changing opportunity, and then it varies. It's designed for all the countries in Commonwealth, and then you need to run your application through your own country. In fact, your application is online. Most of the scholarships I'm mentioning, everything is basically online, except in few of them you could apply online and they will ask you to send a physical attachment afterwards, post a physical attachment afterwards, but basically the applications are online. So you can also apply for Commonwealth Scholarship online. Now remember, the deadline for this scholarship is 10th January. It's already there. In fact, it's because of these deadlines that I'm producing this video now. I actually didn't intend to run scholarship videos at the moment, but because of the deadlines are already here, so I have to run the video so that we can meet up with the deadlines. And then it's fully funded, and basically this Commonwealth Scholarship is for master's program. So you're looking for you're searching out for scholarship that will help you run your programs in any of the UK schools. You can use Commonwealth Scholarship to achieve that. Now the 11th one is the China Government Scholarship. Okay, now China Government Scholarship is aimed at talented students and scholars to pursue higher education or conduct research in Chinese universities. Now CSC is entrusted by China's Ministry of Education to run this program. Okay, and then the deadline, it's ongoing. Closure date varies from university to university, so you're going to check the deadline for the university that you intend to study in and make sure you meet up with their own deadline. It's fully funded. It's really great. It's open for undergraduates, master's degree, PhD, and then research programs. Now, I'm moving over to the 12th one. The 12th one is the Korea Scholarship for Graduate Degrees. Now this program is aimed at inviting 1,278 international students from 154 countries of 154 regions, and then who wish to pursue graduate level degree like MSc, PhD, or even researches in Korea. And then the deadline also varies from one institution to another, and then it's a fully funded program. So you can imagine they intend to attract about 1,278 international students. So you can also be one of those thousands. Just be sure that you are talented, you are actually interested in learning, you have this ability to find new ideas, and you are interested in finding new ideas and getting into work and solve a particular problem, then this Korean scholarship program is for you. Now the 13th one is the CSA Group Graduate Scholarship, and this is being held in Canada. Now this is to support graduate students in pursuit of programs related to standards. So if you're running programs that has to do with standards, measurements, now basically for those in sciences and engineering, then it's this program, the scholarship program, is for you. The deadline is May 31st. 2022, and then the level is just for masters, people that intend to run master's program. So the funding runs from $10,000. They're going to be giving you $10,000 per year for 2 years. So the program, the master's program, is expected to run for 2 years, and each year you're entitled to get $10,000. So the 14th one is the Alberta University Scholarship in Canada, and then it's for 2022, and then it's a full scholarship. It's fully funded, and if you're going to apply for the scholarship, be sure you intend to run either an MSc program or a PhD program, but be sure you liaise with the department in question before applying for the scholarship, because the standards or the requirement varies from one department to another. Now I'm going to wow you with some information. Alberta University is a premier university and a public research-based university. Now this university, it's among the top 5 universities in Canada and among the top 150 universities in the world. And then you don't need IELTS exam or TOEFL exam for you to get this particular program in this school. You don't need any of this. And then be sure that once you are through with your program, in fact presently Canada gives permanent residence to students after 2 years of their master's program, so you can also cash into that opportunity if you want to settle in Canada. Now the deadline for this application is 1st of March 2022, so if you're interested in this scholarship, be sure you apply before 1st of March 2022. And I'm going to give you a list of courses that this university offers, so that you be sure you belong to any of these fields if you must apply for this. Now they run programs in agricultural, life and environmental sciences, School of Business, Fine Arts and Humanities, Sciences, Social Sciences, Education, Engineering, Law, Medicine and Dentistry, Nature Science or Nature Studies, Nursing, Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences. You have Public Health, you have Rehabilitation Medicine and all the rest of them. So if you are running your program in any of these ones, you can think of Alberta University in Canada and then their scholarship program. Now, how to apply to Alberta Scholarship? The application is completely online. In fact, like I've said earlier, every of these things are online. So visit the official website of the University of Alberta. It's also on your Google, so you can Google it and get the official website and then apply via the official website. After you must have checked out what the department's criteria are and you meet up with those criteria. Now the 15th one, and that's all for today, is the European Exchange Program in Italy. It's also for 2022 and it's fully funded. Now the European University Institute Policy Leadership Fellowship is giving this pioneer opportunity to young and talented people across the world to deepen their knowledge of Italy culture and history. Now this is a fully funded program. It's an exchange program and it's going to last for between 5 to 10 months in Italy. Now the candidates have to choose whether he or she wants to run the program for 5 months or he or she wants to run the program for 10 months. So it's up to you. But remember, once you've selected your months and you have sent your application and they've selected you for the scholarship program, you can't change it. You can't change. I mean, you can't change from 5 months to 10 months or 10 months to 5 months. You're going to run the one that you have opted for. And you can also change the dates that have been given to you, your starting dates and ending dates. You can't change any of them again. And then applicants will spend their time in Florence. Your time for this program will be done. The program will be done in Florence. That's the capital of Italy. So kudos, you can apply for any of these 15 scholarships, and I bet you're gonna get one. Don't be lazy about it. You can even apply for all of them, and if you do, definitely one won't strike, and then you're gonna have all the funding to yourself to develop yourself, to run your program, and then come out successfully. So congrats. I want to hear from you how your application process is going. If you have any questions concerning the application processes, you can ask on the comment section and I will definitely answer your questions to be sure that you get that offer. Remember, it's for international students like you. So bye bye and see you some other time.